Hello, this is Nox and welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play world. I've literally just loaded this one up and let's see where we're going to go. Okay, the idea for this series is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, especially now that his videos again, I decided I would actually start doing the thing I wanted to do, which is do something similar to what he did with his world, but with style and my own ideas. The reason I'm actually playing Minecraft was literally down to Stampy because my son found back at the end of 2012, I think it was. I do remember, I think it was the Clubhouse episode, which I actually rewatched last night, and yes, I believe that was one of the first few episodes that we saw of Stampy. And he became totally hooked on it, and at the age of 4 he was like, I want to play Minecraft, I want to get an Xbox. So I went and managed to get a cheaper second-hand 360, and oh, but we've got a ruined portal, that's a nice little thing to find. And he became totally hooked on it for a while. Obviously now at nearly 13 he's not so interested in Minecraft at the moment, but that's fine, it's not the end of the world. I still enjoy playing it, so that's what really matters. And we've got some coal. Is this going to break on me? I hate gravel. Gravel always breaks on me. I always forget to actually pay attention to what I'm doing and then have gravel falling on my head and dying, which is not the best way of doing things. So like I said, yeah, we started playing the game because of Stampy. He no longer plays, but I enjoy playing it. I do play on a multiplayer survival realm as well. Problem is, because a lot of the people are all based in America, it can be a little bit difficult because sometimes I'm basically still playing on my own because there's nobody around half the time, which is fine. You understand that different time zones you're not going to see people, but I really wanted to be able to do something and start making up my own sort of YouTube series on the things that I like to do in Minecraft. And actually create a whole massive world that can go on for a long time. Is this literally one piece of coal? Wow, that was great. Yeah, so something could go on for a long time with lots of different things, lots of different types of builds. I've got a lot of ideas, and I'll explain that shortly once I try and find somewhere that I might want to settle down. Oh, village, excellent. Let's see what we can raid from them. Like I said, there's lots of different things I want to do, but we'll get started on that. Who have we got here? We've got some grindstones. That means we've got armour. Lovely start. That's a nice way of starting. I will actually put a link to the details of the seed down in the description. So if you wanted to use it, if you like the idea of how it's going so far, then you can actually come and use that. And you know what? I might just take the chest as well because that saves me crafting one. There we go. So the idea for the world in general, like Stampy's, where it's just sort of slowly got bigger and bigger and bigger over time, the same idea and same principle goes for my world, this world that I want to do. But instead of just being one particular theme, I want to try lots of different themes. My initial one, when I find a space, I thought I saw some planes over there, so I'll go and have a check. Oh, kitty! Will probably be something based on possibly a fantasy kind of theme, because it's a genre I've not actually really used so far in Minecraft. I didn't mean to throw that on the floor. But I would actually like to try, and I'm kind of considering my first base to potentially be a really big giant toadstool type thing. I just thought that might be something a little bit different and a bit more interesting. And seeing as it's a sort of style that I tend to struggle with a little bit more because it's not something I'm used to building, I figured it would be a good idea to give it a try and see what I can do. I'm sorry, I'm going to pinch your bed, mate. Sorry. Sorry if that's your one. Sorry. I will come back and rescue some of you. I need to keep these guys alive, so I need to make some... I actually don't know which way I've been now. I've been this way. Ooh, small person. I need to make some iron farms and trading halls and all of that good stuff, so I'm going to need to make sure I've got a couple of these guys still alive and that none of the zombies get in here overnight and kill them all. Just as a pointer though, I have actually kept this world on the same distance, the sim distance you would actually find on a realm, so anything I build on here would work if you play on a realm as well. I decided that might be a nice idea. Then if you sort of saw something and thought, oh, I wonder if I can do that, you can, because it's based on the same idea. Where was that room for? I'm completely turned around and don't know where I am. Is it that way? Oh my goodness. Oh, hi kitty, I heard that little meow. That was small. No, I don't think it was that way. Ah, over that way, I think. Yeah, so it's going to be on a sim distance 4, so the same rules would apply as it would for a realm. So I know sometimes it's a little frustrating when you actually, ooh, hole, that was not the best idea. Yeah, I'm pretty good at finding holes and falling in it, so there we go. Let's have some potatoes. Potatoes! It's always frustrating when you see somebody building something and then you try to build it in your own world and then realise it's not working. It just simply turns out that you've actually got the sim distances wrong, so you've got more mobs spawning than you should do. But this one, the idea of this, you can actually copy whatever I do, and it should work if you're on a sim distance 4. Obviously, if it's higher and the R44 hasn't changed, which is the radius where mobs currently despawn on, I believe sim distance 4 and 6, I think. It should work. Above that, you'll obviously need to check where your mob despawn is and obviously adjust any perimeters based on that sort of information. I'm going to need to find something to kill. Oh, I've got some sheep. Oh, not sheep. I wanted to call you a sheep, but you're not, you're a horse. But you're food. Hi. Thank you. I need to find somewhere to actually have a hole or something. Let's go see what we can find. So that's good. Not that I'm going to need a horse at the moment. I've got a saddle, so I could have a horse. But I actually want to kind of keep somewhere near spawn, just for the sake that if anything goes wrong and I have to respawn back here, it's not quite so far to have to go. If I've travelled a few hundred blocks and then my bed, for whatever reason, is obstructed, I've got to travel all the way back to my base to get the stuff to go and get the stuff that I've already lost. So that's always a pain. Cow! Cow! Come cow! Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. It always sounds like they're going, no! No! I know, it's mean of me, but there we go. I need food. I wonder if there's any bees around here. When it comes to farms, I am going to do lots of different farms. There are a lot of different iron farms that I would like to do. Obviously, the iron farm being one, and the trade centre and things like that are important to get some books. Unless I can find a pillager outpost anywhere where I can actually turn it into a raid farm, which is always a good idea. It's a nice one. Obviously, it takes a bit of time to get that set up. Oh, we've got some desert. A desert there? That's good. What have we got here? We have a small hole. Oh, is this a decent enough hole? Oh, it's so dark. Oh, yeah, it'll do. This may end up being my temporary base for now. Potentially. Okay. Did I make 3 crafting tables? No, I didn't. I always see that. That is something I probably will do at some point, though, is make a ridiculous amount of crafting tables. It is something I have an unfortunate tendency of doing. Okay. Let's get some of that. And one of those for now. Hi, cow. Don't worry, I'm not going to kill you at the moment. I need to actually cook your friend that I just murdered. There we go. I probably should have said that, so I may have to bleep that word out, because I'm sure that'll probably get demonetised now on YouTube. Not that I actually get money on it anyway, but I don't want to get into trouble with YouTube. I do have enough for a furnace. Oh, but I use my only bit of... Have I got any logs left before I change it all? I changed it all. I'm such an idiot. I need to go punch more trees. And it's getting dark. Yay! Fabulous. Okay, for now we're just going to put something up here. Well, that's just not going to work, is it? Oh. Never mind. I mean, this will be a perfectly good spot to actually start for the main base anyway, seeing as what I want to do should work in this area. A giant toadstool can pretty much go anywhere, and a plains biome is probably one of the better places to start, because at least it gives me plenty of space to build in. Now, if you're wondering why I actually put down, did I hear something? Put down the fence rather than a door. Obviously, on hard mode, mobs can get through the doors, so there's literally no point in having a door. I'm going to need to eat something. Chicken! Oh, we've got to the point that I can't even run now. That's just not good. That's not good. I'm going to have to eat a bit of raw chicken and then go and get something to cook the other food with. Oh yeah, don't I? Oh, that's not great. Oh, I forgot about that. It's been so long since I've actually had to do some of these things in a new world that you kind of forget the silly things that make a big difference. Let's punch a tree again because I've not bothered to make an axe yet. I'll do that. I'm going to have a little survey of the area, and then I can give you a rough idea of some of the things I want to do in this world, and then I'll probably call it a day because this will be a nice short one to get started with. Because I know when it comes to starting videos, generally people's attention spans for long videos on YouTubers they don't know isn't the best. No offence to you personally, if you do watch all the way through this video and haven't got bored yet, well done for doing that, because I'm not sure how many people would. So the idea is the first few episodes, or for a little while, will stay relatively short, and then after that I may actually, oops, no, I need to put some of that in, don't I, instead. That works better. No, it doesn't work that way around. That's the way around. Gosh, I haven't had to do that in so long. There we go. So at least I can cook some food now, so that's something. Stop myself from starving to death, which is never a good idea. Oh, I forgot I had bread on me. Oh, I'm such an idiot. There we go. Eat the bread. You will notice that I will probably get lots of achievements popping up throughout this Let's Play, and that's because this is the first time I've actually played on the PC. I generally play on the console, but currently I'm having issues with the Elgato and getting it to be able to capture and have something on the pass-through TV. Currently my pass-through TV is just coming through blank, but I'm getting images up on my monitor for my computer, so I've just got the version for Windows 10 and I'm playing on there instead, because that just seems like a lot easier choice than let's just make a axe of an easier way of doing it for now. If I can figure out how to sort out the Elgato, I may switch back to the console at some point, because I am still playing with a controller, because I just find that easier and far more comfortable. Hi sheep. Hi cow. Sacrifice time. Sorry. I know. I'm sorry. No. Okay, let's grab a couple of trees and have a quick look around the area. See if we've got anything interesting around here. I've got some roses. That's cool. What I will do during the time in between episodes is I will do lots of the really boring stuff like the caving. I mean, I'll probably record it still, and if anything interesting happens whilst I'm caving, then obviously I'll keep that in as well. But I'm not going to drag you around making you watch every single little thing. I do know some redstone, but I am not the best at redstone, so as I build things... Ooh, what's that over there? As I build things, if I need to... Oh, hello. I'm not going to go and bother you just yet, but that's good for a raid farm. Okay, I'm going to stay away from that just so that I don't get any of those guys coming after me, because just a pair of pants is probably not enough. Not with their crossbows, anyway. I've got to remember I'm not in full netherite gear with netherite tools at the moment. I do just have very basic iron, and not a lot of it at that, so I'm going to have to go mining for definite to get a lot of things. Hi, I'm sorry. At least I found somewhere I can actually, if I can remember where it is, it's here. That is going to be the hard part. And for now, I mean, this is ugly as anything. I'm just going to put that there so I remember where my house is. My hole in the ground. I do like my holes in the ground. They're good. Good holes in the ground. I thought I saw a little cave over here somewhere. Let's see if I can find some more things. But yeah, the idea for this is, there's my underground base. So this area here is probably going to be where I'm going to put the giant toadstool. It's going to be a bit like the mushrooms you find in the swamps, the red and white mushrooms, but a really big, huge one with little facades and little sort of houses coming out of it. The inspiration for this comes a lot from Good Times with Scar and his enchanted village that he did at the beginning of season 7 of Hermitcraft. So there's going to be lots of things like that, and I'll be using something like the animals that he's used, but make them bigger so you actually look like a small little creature compared to this really big ant or a really huge snail and things like that, just to make it a little bit more fun. And from that point onwards, I'm going to do radiate that out, and from there I will then slowly transition into different types of themes. So I'll start with the fantasy in this area, and that will go out for a certain amount of builds until I've sort of done everything in the area that I feel I want to do in that sort of theme. And then I'll pick another theme that I think can blend quite nicely between the two of them. So it may be a case of I may go with medieval, because that I think will possibly work quite nicely, blending in from a fantasy theme, and maybe even Japanese as well. So I could do maybe medieval on one side and then a Japanese theme sort of basing around the other, and just slowly work my way out and try and cover as many different sort of themes and genres when it comes to building styles in Minecraft, just so that I can really push myself to try different things. A lot of the time it's very easy, I think, to get into a habit of just building the same type of thing over and over, and yes, you can become very, very good at building that one particular thing, but you haven't really learned very much if all you're doing is just building the exact same thing over and over. And I would really like to kind of challenge myself to do some different things, and that's something I've been trying to do on the survival world that I play on in the realm with the other people. Is just build things that are kind of outside of my normal comfort zone and I wouldn't normally do. Sometimes it works, and other times you build it and think, well, yeah, that was great, but it's not very practical. I did make this really big, huge donut type thing in the sky. It wasn't a donut, it was more of an oval, but everyone called it the donut or the cake. And it looked lovely, and I was really proud that I actually managed to put it together, but to be honest, practically it was just an absolute nightmare to use. Because I had half of my storage down at the bottom in my old little cave, kind of like this, which I turned into my little hobbit hole, and I had the access to my mining area, so everything I mined up was all down there. Same as other things from a lot of the farms, they were all on the ground, and then I had to go up to where my base was. And to be honest, as much as it looked nice and it was kind of a nice idea and something I really wanted to do, it just wasn't the most practical thing in the world to do. So this time I think this will end up being slowly incorporated into the actual toadstool that will be here, but it'll probably be over here somewhere, a big one here. And as many of the farms that I do as possible, I will try to keep within the same sort of style. Some of them I may not be able to theme very well because of the types of farms they are. I mean, the one that I know I'm possibly going to have an issue is that raid farm. If I use the insta-kill raid farm from Old Guy, which is a fantastic farm, and if you want to do a raid farm, I would highly recommend him for his iron farms and his raid farms. He's fantastic at that. They can be very finicky, and obviously I don't want to mess it up, so I'll probably test it in creative to see whether or not I can build anything around it and not interfere with the actual use of the farm. If it interferes, then it'll just end up being this big monstrosity in the sky, and that's just pretty much how it's going to be. But we'll see how it goes. So that's going to be it for today. This is just the very first thing, like I said, just to give you an idea of the things I want to do, the area I'm basing myself in, and it's going to be night again. And hopefully you'll be looking forward to coming back, and I should hopefully either this weekend or next weekend, and I will put notifications out on my Twitter and on my Instagram as well, so make sure you check the links in the description of the video for the links to those, so switch on notifications and subscribe to the channel obviously as well, and you'll get notifications if I decide to live stream at the weekend. It may be a case of I may live stream me just going around caving and things like that. I mean, I personally adore caving. Oops, God, I'm so good with holes. So I do like spending a lot of time doing things like that and resource gathering, things that, you know, you're not really going to want to watch in a video, but if we can interact and actually talk, you can come up and give me some ideas, which would be fantastic. As a way of just sort of trying to build the community here for us. So just thrown that. I did not mean to do that. I wanted to do that so you can see the skin that I made. There we go. Let's just take this off. That's another good reason for actually being on this version, is that it means that I can actually use a custom skin. So this is me, Nox, signing off. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.